So good morning everyone. So today we are going to start this good new topic, testing difference between the mean of two samples, that is independent samples. Okay. In the today's class we will discuss what are the formulas and what is these two independent samples here. Okay, just listen here. Given two independent random samples of size n1 comma n2 with means x bar 1 comma x bar 2 and standard deviations s1 s2 and we may be interested in testing the hypothesis that the sample came from the same normal population. To carry out the test we calculate statistic as follows. Okay, so listen here, this is a formula. T is equals to, okay, T is equals to x bar 1 minus x bar 2 by s into under root n1 into n2 by divided by n1 plus n2. Okay, this is a formula. In this formula, okay, we need to find out the x bar 1 value. Okay, here x bar 1 value we need to find out, and we need to find out x bar 2 value and s value we need to find out. Okay, for s we have a separate one more formula. Okay, already we discussed in the previous problem. Then here n1 and n2 information will be given independently. Here two independent samples will be involved here. First independent sample indicates n1 and second independent sample indicates n2. Okay, here where x bar 1 is equals the mean of first sample, x bar 2 is the mean of second sample, n1 is the number of observations in the first sample and n2 is here number of observations in the second sample. Okay, this is the formula, and to know the value of s we need to calculate the following formula. Here the formula will be there. The value of s is calculated by the following formula. S is equals to under root sigma x1 minus x bar 1 square. Okay, this is a square here, this is square, not 2, this is square here, plus sigma x2 minus x bar 2 whole square here, x bar 2 whole square by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, here to obtain the s value this formula will be applicable. So we need to find out the sigma x1 minus x bar 1 whole square and sigma x2 minus x bar 2 whole square we need to find out. Then n1 value and n2 value it will be there and it is clearly given in the given question. Okay, when the actual means are in fractions, a number of trust, here when if it is in a fraction and so listen here, when it is in fraction numbers, the deviation should be taken from the assumed mean. Okay, assumed mean we have to take the deviation. Okay, listen here, when the actual means are in fraction, a number, trust in not a whole number, is not a whole number. Okay, already we discussed in the correlation chapter how to do assumed mean method. Okay, when the value is given in the fractions, fractions means here it is not in a whole number. For example, 2.2, 3.2. Suppose the x bar value in these case either x1 or x2. If you get you will get these type of answers while we are calculating x bar 2.2 or 3.2. Then what we have to do? We need to follow the assumed mean method problem. Okay. So for that s value will be here like this. In the place of x bar 1 we need to write a1
Okay, assumed mean value we need to write. In the place of A2, we need to write assumed mean value. Okay, in this way we need to calculate.
Then degrees of freedom is there. Degrees of freedom is nothing but n1. Okay, degrees of freedom is here n1 plus n2 minus 2. n1 plus n2 minus 2. Okay, here when we are given the number of observation and standard deviation of two samples, the pooled estimates of standard deviation can be obtained as follows. Okay, here this is also one of the important number of observations and standard deviation of two samples are given. Then this formula we need to apply. Okay, so while we are discussing the problem, you will get the clarity. So the next important point is here. This is a very much important problem point here. These two lines. Please focus on these two lines here. If the calculated value of T B is greater than 0.02, okay, this is not 2, this is 0.05%. Or here 0.01. The difference between the sample means is said to be significance at 5%, 1% LOS. Okay, LOS, level of significance. Otherwise, the data are said to be consistent with the hypothesis. Consistent with the hypothesis. So these are the formulas. Okay, so we will see the problem now. Here two types of drugs were used on 5 and 7 patients for reducing their weight. Okay, so you observe the problem drug A and drug B information. See, I am reading the question. Two types of drugs were used on 5 and 7 patients for reducing their weight. Okay, drug A was imported and drug B indigenous. Okay, the decrease in the weight after using the drug for 6 months was as follows. Okay, here two drugs are there. Drug A was imported from other country, and indigenous, the meaning of indigenous means which is the made within the country. Native, okay, indigenous, the meaning of indigenous is native. The drug belong to our country. Okay, it is not imported, and this drug is we invented this drug in our India only. Like you observe Covishield and Covaxin, they belongs to our India in this way. Okay, drug A and drug B information is there. Drug A 10, 12, 13, 11, 14, and drug B here 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 10, 9. Okay, is there a significant difference in the efficiency of two drugs? If not, which drug should buy? Okay, this for V is equals to 10 and T 0.05. This information is given. This is a extra information. Sometimes the examiner will give this information, or sometimes he will not mention this type of information also. Okay, this information is called as a critical value. There is a separate table will be there. Okay, already I inform you. I will provide the table for you students. Okay, so here these values are already, it is defined in advance in the given question. So you observe the drug A and drug B information. The drug A only they are focusing on 5 patients only. Then drug B 7 patients. Okay, in this way the question will be there. So by observing this question, they are independent, they are not dependent. See, drug A is imported it is independent, drug B is indigenous. Okay, after applying these two drugs, so which drug we need to prefer? That is the question. So first, in the given problem, what we have to do? We need to apply the 5 hypothesis testing steps here. Setting hypothesis. Okay, the first one is null hypothesis. H naught mu is equals to H naught. There is no difference between the efficiency of two drugs. Okay, two drugs. Then B is here alternate hypothesis. HA mu is not equal to HA. Okay, then setting a significance level. Setting significance level or setting suitable significance level. Suitable means which is the suitable significance level we have to write. Okay, already it is given in the given question 5%. Okay, you observe here 5% is given. 5% means here already the answer in the place of here it is given. So sometimes these 5% will not mention. Then what we have to do? We have to assume that it is a 5% only. Okay, setting suitable significance level at 5%. At 5% LOS. At 5% level of significance, 95% confidence level, that is 2.23. It is already given in the question here, 2.223. Okay, it will be there in the table values. Then test criterion. The third step is here, test criterion. For 3 step, it is test criterion. In the test criterion, what we are going to do? Already we know that we have to write all the formulas. Okay, here this formula, already we discussed the formula, the first one here. This formula we need to write this one. Okay, the formula will be T is equals to x bar 1 minus x bar 2 by S into under root n1 into n2 divided by n1 plus n2. Then we need to find out the x bar 1 value and x bar 2 value and S value also. Under root sigma x1 minus x bar 1 whole square here. This is a whole square. Okay, this is a whole square. Then plus sigma x2 minus x bar 2 whole square divided by n1 plus n2 by 2. Okay, this is a formula. So according to the procedure, we written the formulas also. Then after doing calculation, this is the fourth step. In the doing calculation, we need to find out the x bar 1 value and x bar 2 values. To obtain that value, we need to follow this procedure. Okay, this is a procedure. So in this procedure here, instead of I am writing drug A x1, the drug A information is there here. Okay, then after this is a drug B information. Instead of I am writing drug B, I am written here x2. Okay, these are the two informations. Then next, from these information, we need to find out the x bar 1 value and x bar 2 value. Okay, so to obtain that value, what we have to do? Simply here we are going to calculate the x1 values here. See, x1 value and x2 values. x1 is equals to 60 and here x2 is equals to 77. x2 is equals to 77. So immediately after that, what we have to do? X bar 1 is equals to sigma x1 divided by n then x bar 2 is equals to sigma x2 divided by n. Okay, here x bar 1 is 60. How many values are there in drug A? 5 values are there, so it is 12 we got. This information is x bar 1 value information. And then this is the drug A, B, 7 informations are there, 7 values are there. Yes, 77 by 7 we got 11. In this way, x1 value and x2 value we need to find out. Then after that, what we have to do? Then immediately these values will be taken in this place here, x1 minus x bar 1, x1 minus x bar 1, then x2 minus x bar 2 here. See, x1 minus x bar 1, x2 minus x bar 2. Okay, then x bar 1 we got is 12 here. 10 minus 12 is, so x bar value I am writing here, that is 12, x bar 1 value. Then here x bar 2 value is 11. Okay, so you observe carefully, 10 minus 12 is minus 2, 12 minus 12 that is 0 here. Okay, 13 minus 12 that is plus 1, 11 minus 12 that is minus 1, 14 minus 12 is plus 2. Okay, in the same way we need to do here also. 8 minus 11 minus 3, 9 minus 11 minus 2, 12 minus 11 plus 1, 14 minus 11 plus 3, 15 minus 11 that is 4, 10 minus 7 minus 1, 9 minus 11 minus 2. After that, x1 minus x bar 1 whole square, 2 square 4, 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 1 square 1, 2 square 4. Then after here x2 minus x bar 2 whole square, 3 square 9, 2 square 4, 1 square 1, 3 square 9, 4 square 4 16, 1 square 1, 2 square 4. Okay, so according to the formula, according to the S is equals to under root sigma x1 minus x bar 1 whole square. Okay, after getting these values, after getting these values, sigma x1, when these sigma symbol is added here, so we need to do the total 4 5 6 then 10. Okay, the value is here 10. Sigma x1 minus x bar 1 whole square is equals to 10. Then here a sigma x2 minus x bar 2 whole square value is there here. So listen properly. So in this way you will get the values. So here this is a 10 and here another one is a 44. These values we got. After getting these values, okay, we need to apply the formula, that is S is equals to sigma x1 minus x bar 1 square. Okay, this is a square here, again this one also square, plus sigma x2 minus x bar 2 whole square by n1 plus n2 by n2 minus 2. Okay, then finally all the values we got, these values will be, calculation part will be done. Then after calculation part is completed, S is equal to 2.314. Okay, then our formula, what is our formula? T is equal to x bar 1 minus x bar 2 by S into under root n1 into n2 by n1 plus n2. Okay, n1 plus n2. Then immediately here all the values will be taken. So you observe the values. Okay, see carefully. X bar 1, x bar 1 is 12. Okay, then x bar 2 is 11. We got x bar 1 and x bar 2 values here. Okay, observe carefully here, x bar 1 value this one and x bar 2 value here. Okay, these values will be taken. So the calculation part will be done here. 12 minus 11 divided by S. S value is 2.314. Okay, then after this is into, not minus, into under root 5 into 7 divided by 5 plus 7. Okay, then finally you got the values here 0.735. Okay, V is equals to N1 plus N2. N1 plus N2 minus 2 is equals to 5 plus 7 minus 2, that is 10. Okay, finally we got the values here 10. Okay, this N1 plus N2 minus 2, these values are the degrees of freedom. So finally you got 10. In the place of 10, in the table values we have 2.228. So this is the calculation part. Then you observe the decision rule. After completion of that, we need to write as decision. Already we know how to write the decision here. The calculated value of T is less than the table value. The hypothesis is accepted. Hence, there is no significance in the efficiency of two drugs since the drug B is indigenous and there is no difference in the efficacy of imported and indigenous drug. V indigenous drug we should buy. Okay, we should buy the indigenous drug B. Okay, this is a process. In this way we have to do.